Hey guys, it's Richie here, aka the Aquaman. Yeah, this is part 2 of my video with Adam Paszczela. Just shy of an hour long. This is a continuation from the live stream that I did with him. God, it probably would have been maybe 2 weeks ago since it was originally filmed. Yeah, same thing. This is just a continuation on from the last live stream, all about Takashi Amano. We couldn't fit it in even in the 2 hours. We probably need another 3 hours to go through everything. So yeah, same again. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Yeah, and stay tuned for more videos. Okay guys, bye.
I'm listening, Pedro. That's the thing.
Yes, mate.
Back in the room.
Yeah.
And my light is off now. Yeah. So that spirit we were talking about. You said that it's just sold in like normal shops.
Yeah. Another story. Not only about spirit.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the famous. This is some kind of vodka too, but it's 98%. 98%. Yeah,
that's the one.
But it's really, you cannot drink. You can drink, but it's really not so much healthy. You know. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Even you have to, some problem with. I don't know English. The gum. Yeah.
Yeah, it burns.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course the rope, but this is the more for bakery production.
Okay.
And also for dessert.
Yeah.
For create the bakery creation, the dessert, something like ice cream. You can put to some dort
drips, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this is very high quality alcohol, really high quality, and
I know.
Yeah, because this was made by. This is 2 types of vodka. One is made by potatoes, and Poland is a kingdom of potatoes in Europe. Really good quality of.
Same here.
Yeah, not like U.S. potatoes. GMO, something like that. No, this is really special kind of potatoes. Onion, but I don't know English. No beans. Beans.
Beans.
The same you use to the bread. This bread is made by.
Flour.
The white powder.
Yeah, flour.
Flour. So flour is made by seeds. Some seeds.
Yeah. Grain, basically. Grain.
Yeah. So this is the vodka is made by this one. So
it sounds like a cross between vodka and how whiskey is made, because before whiskey is barreled, it's clear. Which is what they call moonshine. It's clear whiskey because it hasn't been aged in a barrel, so it's really strong.
Yeah, right. So yeah, this is the smell of the whiskey, because when we grew up on the communist system, my parents, my uncles, my family members, it was really limited alcohol in shops, and you can buy only 1 bottle per month, official. So people was like a survivor, and they have to think how resolve this problem. So they have own production of alcohol.
Yeah, the homemade stills, was it?
Yeah, and Poland is some words is very funny word is bimber. Bimber is like a private whiskey.
Yeah, okay, I know.
And this is the reason I feel the smell in whiskey like a homemade alcohol.
Yeah.
So, like you said, only barrel and oak's wood, making the color and change smell a little bit.
Change the taste as well, because they fire the barrel to char the inside, charcoal inside.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, especially brandy. If you want to create this really high top of quality of whiskey, you have to use even barrel from the wine production.
Yeah, that's right.
Because wine change wood again from the from the fruits.
Yeah, they use French oak. Usually.
Yeah. So sometimes you can for example the Glenmorangie, the Scottish whiskey. There are a lot of types, and one of the types is a little bit on the French way. Glenmorangie also is it's a fact. The owner right now is French company. I don't remember the name.
Okay. Did you know? Here's a bit of a fact for you. Did you know Jack Daniels? You know the Jack Daniels whiskey. The man himself, Mr. Jack Daniels, was from Wales, where I live.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. Then he moved. He moved to Tennessee, and then made whiskey in America.
Yeah, I know. I know this history about Jack Daniels, how he discovered the place to open the factory.
Okay.
Because this is really compared to aquascaping too. Maybe guys they watching on us, they are a little bit disappointed because we're
talking about whiskey.
off topic right now, and
let's bring it together quick.
Richie, please say the sorry in English. Beautiful language is because you are not native language for you. So please sorry for off topic today.
Yes, sorry guys, we're going a bit off topic, talking about whiskey and Polish spirit and getting drunk and wine and
yeah, right.
But we'll get back. This is the second hour, so we'll get back to that. Don't worry. Adam is going to bring the two back together now. I think Adam's had a couple of beers, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the important part of life. So, yeah, I hope one day you will reach this place, and
Is that an invitation? Is that an invitation?
Yeah. This is invitation. So
you do realize this is on camera, and
if I say it, if my Budweiser, so I can tell you that this is true. So this is 100%. Cheers, Richie. This is the official invitation for you. This is official invitation for you.
I can tell you a story about that beer as well.
Also?
Yes, also, yeah.
So another stream?
Maybe another stream. We'll see. We're on the second hour, so it's good. It's good.
No. I think it will be in our stream will be in the future banned by guys. Because
we're not going to watch him again. They just talk about beer all the time and whiskey.
Yeah, I tell you something about Jack Daniels.
Go on.
And about aquascaping, how Mr. Jack Daniels is compared to history of aquascaping too.
Okay.
Because the good quality of alcohol, it means beer, wine, and vodka, especially vodka and beer. If you want to do high quality, you must prepare very high quality of water at the beginning. Yeah. So this is not accidentally the best factory of the whiskey is Scotland, because there is a stream, mountain streams, high quality of water, and with special minerals, you know, special kind of ingredients. Not zero distillation, you know, osmotic water. You cannot, and if you, so this is also for aquascaping for us, is most important is quality of water.
Yeah.
So really, yeah, this is really, you know, they also the must and Jack Daniels was he was special story because he looking for the place for open factory.
Yeah.
And of course, he was also some kind of investor. He or friends they want to invest money for him, but he feel it everything by heart, and he was want to create the best bourbon because he want to drink, you know, and he looking for he knew that he need the good quality of water.
Yeah.
And he visited the Lynchburg in US.
Yeah.
And he knew about story about there is some mountains, and mountains is one of the mountains is some big cave. In the cave is very big lake. In the lake is untouched water. Is 200 million years old, and was really special kind of water with ingredients, really clear water, really fresh water, and amazing chemical chain.
Yeah.
So he bought this area, he bought this mountain, and he create factory there. So at beginning they obtained the water from the cave, from the lake in the cave. So this is not accidentally, you know. Maybe after the factory was grow up very much, they have to use some pipe water, some special filtration, distillation, you know, like a processing of water.
But in the beginning,
must, you know, was really natural, and really natural reason they choose it this kind of place for it. Yeah. So this is interesting. When you want to when you drink some good beer and you say it's really good beer by heart, and you feel that it's really good beer, you can be sure that this the place is very good quality of water. So they have maybe own underground pipes. I don't know the English. A
well?
Yeah, maybe pipe.
Spring?
Yeah, spring. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, funny enough, that is funny enough, that is what I would probably tell any beginner coming into the aquarium hobby, whether it's just keeping fish or whether you're aquascaping or whatever. If you look after your water, then your fish and your plants will be fine. Will look after themselves. Apart from, you know, trimming and feeding and things, they look after themselves. That's probably the biggest piece of advice I could give a new person coming into the hobby, because I used to keep a lot of discus fish, and people used to say to me, well, what's the secret? I thought they were really sensitive fish, and I'm like, well, no, they're not. They're no more sensitive than anything else. Skittish, and they sulk, and they'll sulk as well. Going in there doing a water change and trimming stems and stuff, they will sulk. They'll go in a corner and they'll be grumpy. They look a bit like me.
Yeah.
And then
exactly. So it's really this is really important, you know, and maybe the reason the quality of water is also we can talk together about aquascaping right now.
Yeah,
The same, yeah, because the same story like with Mr. Amano about nuclear bomb, they could to drop it on the Niigata. So because we have a really good quality of water in my city, really special one, and we have the famous brewery in my city, one of the older, still 600 years old. And this is the famous around the Poland and East Europe brewery. Because why? Because they have a stream very deep, from the deep on the ground. There is the sand rocks here, and water coming from the down cross the sand rocks.
It gets filtered through the sand before it gets to...
Yeah, sand is filter, like a filter.
Yeah.
And sand is also put little bit ingredients.
Minerals,
to the water. Yeah. And this reason we have a Amano water, tap water. We say Amano water. Why? Because we have a 7 pH, 2 pH, and 4 GH. Tap water.
Wow.
So I don't need the use osmotic water.
Do you have chlorine? Do you have chlorine in your water, or?
Little bit. But and this reason in Tychy, my city, was not only the famous brewery, but also 40 years ago was a lot of fish breeder. Around my region, my district, it was even the Polish club, the main official club is the Polish aquarium fish keeper was in my city.
Oh, wow.
For all Poland. It was national government club, because here was the lot of breeders of fish. Why?
Because of the water.
Because they don't need treating the water. They have direct water from the pipe, from the tap water.
Well, I'm lucky. I'm lucky here as well. My water from the tap is 7.2 straight from the tap. I'm not sure what KH and GH is. I haven't measured it for a while. I'm sad to say I haven't measured it for a long time. But yeah, when I was keeping discus, I only ever used my tap water, a little bit of water conditioner, and that's it really. Nothing else.
So this reason quality of water, I could go to the meeting of the club fish keepers when I was really 7 years old guy, and I go every month was something like meeting and workshops, but only about fish, not about plants, about aquascaping. It was 1980, 1982. So you can imagine, you know, what is important. How is your life? This is like a many small parts of bricks create your
journey, I suppose.
Yeah. What do you do right now? Everything is important from
leads up to now.
Yes. So probably no good quality of water in Tychy. So no aquascaper, not me like aquascaper.
You think?
Because probably, you know, like a young boy, I didn't, you know, go to some fish keeper, you know, breeder. It was really famous, so I couldn't to not touch the aquascaping or fish keepers, because I knew many people. They was interesting aquarium because was, you know, the good quality of water. So they fortunately, with success, they could to breed the fishes.
Yeah. So then you really started your aquarium journey when you were a kid, like myself.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out of the hobby? Did you ever like have some time out and then come back later?
Hobby at 7 years old to 17.
Okay.
And I have a break from 17 to 26. Why 26? Because 26 was born my daughter, and few months before, I recognize which kind of hobby from my childhood I could to use when I will be spend much more time at home.
At home.
I was interested in many things. Aquarium wasn't my only one hobby.
Okay,
I collect the money, the coins, the post stamps. I play the guitars, the music, the many hobbies, And when I had reached the 26 and my daughter was on the way, I was thinking which kind of hobby I could do back, because I have imagination only. I will spend much more time at home. So aquarium, maybe aquarium. I could do back to aquarium. So this was like And after 9 years break, I returned in 1998. 1998, I returned to the aquarium. So it is also right now is 21 years time, But
so how long of that 21 years have you actually been aquascaping then?
How long in aquascaping? I think it was in 1992, 1999. I had the immediately planted aquarium. Maybe without, of course, when you can use the word aquascaping, where is aquascaping or aquarium? And I have one point where is start be aquascaping.
When
do you know what is the difference between aquascaping and hobby for aquarium?
What's the difference? Well, to me personally,
for me is only one point makes difference.
Okay.
What do you know? What is it for me?
I'm not sure what it is for you. No.
Aquascaping, when you start use layout material.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is my theory, and this is my recognizing. So no, this is, if you want to use the word aquascaping, when I was the aquarium hobby, aquarium fan, and I'm aquascaper, you are aquascaper when you start use layout material. Okay.
So I was aquascaping way before I even knew what aquascaping was, because in my discus setup, it was 150 centimeters by I don't know, 80 by 60, I think, with rough dimensions. And I was stacking wood up and putting plants in before I even knew what aquascaping was. And then I stumbled on Takashi Amano when I was researching, and that's what got my interest in the aquascaping hobby. And I looked at my tank and I thought, oh, okay, it's not as good, nowhere near as good as those guys, but I'm actually doing something without even knowing what I'm doing. So then that's when I started looking more. But this tank behind me is the first tank I've ever put CO2 on, because I've never ever really thought about using it. It's always been, I've never really thought about it as just another thing to put underneath my fish tank, because I was always an old school, like, over filtration and 10 times turnover and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't until this tank behind me that I thought, right, I'm going to make a special effort to use CO2, see what all the fuss is about, that I've used CO2. And then, like in my business, then doing tanks for other people, everyone I do tanks for, they don't want to be trimming their plants, you know, every week and changing CO2 bottles and playing with like lighting and possibly smashing glass lily pipes and things like this. So yeah, this tank behind me is the first time I've kind of gone into CO2. So yeah, I'm learning all the time. And then obviously I discovered your work, George's work, Felipe's work, and all that kind of stuff. And through the powers of kind of the internet, I can speak to you guys.
Yeah, this is really, you know, this is because, you know, this even Dutch style, you know, Dutch style was the older planted aquarium version, but I think, in my opinion, the Dutch style wasn't the aquascaping yet. So in 1980, when I was, 1985, I was 13, 14 years old. So I had the Dutch style aquarium. So it was for ordinary bulb, like you know.
Yeah, like a light bulb. A light bulb. Yeah.
Wolfram, you know. It was it was works like a light, and we put little bit, few centimeters underwater. It was immediately heater, but it was very dangerous because bulb 100 watts was really hot. But if you fill to the water at the beginning, before start, it was okay. But you couldn't to put the bulb to the water when it was hot. So at the beginning, you put to the water and start was okay, because, but only half. I don't mean about electric items, but still was really dangerous. But you have the two things, the light and heater. And I remember I had maybe 14 species of the plants, aquatic plants. Even some seldom, like a Saurus serenus, you know, some Alternatea maybe. Without CO2, of course, without substrate, it was 1985. So it was typical Dutch style aquarium, but it wasn't aquascaping in my opinion. So it was like aquascaping. It's caused by layout material. The
hardscape material, yeah.
No CO2, no, you know, better light, you know, like high quality of light. No. It's CO. Even you don't need to use the CO2 if you have some vision to, you know, because you can put like you like the discus, and you will have the big discus inside. So phosphorate from discus, nitrogen and CO2. They will be produce CO2 enough for the plant, but it's really difficult to find the balance for it. This is some kind of another masterpieces. If you create a tank and you're measuring exactly how much fish you must to keep to create the full nitrogen cycle to be like, you know, perpetuum mobile machine, no CO2, no fertilizing, only feeding a fish, of course, feeding, you know, feeding, the food. And which kind of food is also important, because some food is with some ingredients, with another is with another different ingredients. So you must to test it. But this, yeah, CO2 was big, really big change. So Mr. Amano was genius many reasons, you know, because he changed mind about completely about aquarium, and him discoveries was unique and epic. CO2, shrimp, like algae eaters, you know, of course substrate, liquid fertilizer too, of course, but even, you know, the aquascaping skills, like using layout material, it was completely fresh and from him. Wood, stone, and how it used it. Even richer fluidants covered by stone on the stone. It was algae. It was simply plants. Was, you know, on the surface, people, they treated like algae, richer. I saw the first books, Mr. Amano, Nature Aquarium World. I saw the, you know, the richa, he used it like a main plant, you know, covered on the stone, on the lava stone, and put under the water. Was so difficult to maintenance, but was something unique, you know. It is like you take the horse, the first guy, the horse was white animal, and one first human, they take the horse, they thought, I have to start the riding on the horse. Maybe it is possible. People say, no, it's not possible. Don't do it, because it's so dangerous.
Just like putting light bulbs in water.
It's not necessary. It's not necessary. Please leave the horse lonely. Don't do it. And first guy, they catch the horse and sit on the, you know, on the top, and probably drop it many times. Maybe even was dying. And another guy, he was did it with success. Mr. Amano was the pioneer. It was like a very difficult road. Pioneer, they describe the road map for the rest of aquarium hobby for next decade.
Yeah, because
so
of course,
without him person, aquarium business maybe right now could to exist. Okay, no problem, but it wasn't this. Never could be the same. So this was completely different story.
Yeah.
So it was like a guy who want to take the horse and ride against all odds.
Yeah.
Against all, you know, myths. They don't do it, guy. Don't do it, because it is not possible. So this is really.
It is possible. I'm going to do it anyway.
So aquarium, the substrate, you know, he created the substrate because he needed the substrate.
Yeah, that
and
came
he
from
used it in the beginning, akadama soil,
bonsai soil
from the bonsai, and he started to thinking, no, this is not perfect product for me. I want to go far away in the level of my aquascaping story. So he created Amazonia. 30 years ago, he created Amazonia soil, which substrate is still the best in the world. 30 years ago, and after, was started many producers, many company, they start production of the soil. And still is the best.
Well, I know, I mean, I've not done anywhere near as many aquascapes and workshops as you guys have, like yourself and Felipe and all the pros out there. But I know that the Prodibio soil that is being produced now comes from Japan. Obviously you're an ADA guy, so you can't really say, oh yeah, Prodibio is great, because obviously, you know, it's a kind of, it's a clash, and it's a conflict of interest. But you must have used it in a workshop or somewhere. So do you think it's a good quality? Do you think it's a good quality product personally, or?
You mean about Amazonia?
No, not Amazonia. The Prodibio soil.
I never use it. So because
you never used
no. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't to say, you know, for example, maybe for the plants keeper, it's good quality of some few producer of soil, but I can tell you something unique about Amazonia is it was created 30 years ago like a substrate for the plants. Yes?
Yeah.
And nobody knew about shrimps. And the same time, Mr. Amano created 30 years ago the first substrate on the market. He created the first, immediately the best, and also probably the best substrate for the shrimp. But he didn't know that in the future the freshwater shrimp will be popular, because nobody knew 30 years ago about freshwater shrimps. So I can tell you that even the producers, there's in Japan is a lot of producer a special soil for shrimps. The best breeder of the shrimp, they appreciate the most to the Amazonia.
Yeah.
So ADA never use marketing description on the back. This is good for shrimp. Never. There is no any description about shrimps. They don't need mention it about it. So this is the miracle quality of this product, that the breeder of the shrimp keeper, they want to use Amazonia. But ADA never promoted like a substrate for the shrimps.
I need to try it.
Even small picture of the shrimp in the corner of the back right now. Because they know they shrimp keeper, they use it, and they want to share the market, you know, they increase the market for the selling. Even right now, they never use the only small picture of the shrimp on the back. So this is a big proof that this product is really natural way production and really good, because shrimp is really weak organisms. This is like a biology identification for the quality of water. In government, they have a indication of the quality of water by organisms. And on the first stage is shrimp. One of the first is bacteria, plankton.
Plankton in salt water.
So the food for whale, krill, and shrimp. And when water is bad quality, the first going die the shrimps. Bacteria the first, and second is shrimps. So shrimp is really weak, feeling quality of the water. So so this is the proof for quality of Amazonia substrate, that you can keep the shrimps. This is the first. Another, you can breed the shrimps. So this is another level. There is a lot of many substrate too. That is some problems for the breeders. You can plants growing, but plants growing at the same moment, fish, you cannot breeding the fishes because it's too much. I don't know, it's the copper, for example.
Yeah.
Some metal ingredients, something like that. Little bit, you know. And yeah. So I really, you know, this is really, Mr. Amano never was interesting to promote Amazonia like a substrate for the shrimp. So I don't know, maybe because he has big respect and he was so interesting plant aquarium, and he wants to take care about plants, nature aquarium style. It's not mean that didn't appreciate the shrimp business, but it's mean that his product is so natural way doing, like many different products too, like a fertilizer. You know, the fertilizer, liquid fertilizer, they obtain the salt water. Salt water, like a base, is unsalted. You know, the filtration remove the salt. But water is from the Japanese sea.
Okay.
And this is the base for create liquid fertilizer. So they use minerals after and this is like a natural. I just English no conservants. If you want to keep longer, food.
Oh, preservative.
Yeah, this is like a natural preservative. The salt water, like a base of liquid fertilizer for ADA.
Okay.
Of course, the salt is removed, but they want to use the mineral and everything still. Japanese water. Yeah, the salt water is different chains, chemical chains than fresh water.
Yeah, because the first time I discovered ADA products was when the Green Machine. I saw videos by the Green Machine.
Yeah. This guy was absolutely unique, also on the market. You know, because James Findlay. Yeah, maybe you know. He still have the top, the record, the YouTube videos. This is 4.5 million, and this is the higher watched the video in history. James Findlay.
Yeah.
The first from UK. Second, it was long time ago, and YouTube wasn't so popular like right now. And now is even you can create the video from the smartphone, good quality. So, and also the narration.
Yeah.
Narration is okay. Word in English.
Yeah. Narration. Yeah.
This is only one video production from James Findlay. They have a special story narration.
Yeah.
You know, you're watching on this, but you don't see him so much. And even he told James, he said about talking because he's a narrator. James Findlay.
Yeah.
It is amazing how much work he should to put to this videos production.
Yeah, that's
many hundreds of hours he spent it probably.
Yeah, he's retired now. I think he he wrote his book, and that's it. He's retired now. But yeah, that's what I first discovered ADA products, and I first saw him using the powders, the tourmaline BC, and all those things, and I was like, what the heck are they? Like, what's this all about?
Yeah, one guy said on the right now that the narration is always talking about James innovation. Haha, what is it? Yeah, what's this? Yeah, I think this guy mean about, because was in the video was like 100 times James.
Yeah,
it is most used the word in there, but this was, I really like it. You know, this production is so simple and so close to heart of Mr. Amano.
So in the early days then of Amano, did Amano use CO2, or did he just rely on substrate and light and things to create his escapes?
You mean? Sorry, question?
I said in the early days of Amano, Takashi Amano, did he use CO2 on his tanks, or was he just like substrate, light, and?
It was he looking for the solution for how he could use the CO2 in the tank, and he there on the scientist side there wasn't any kind of description, even for books, science books, about how CO2 you can put to the water. And it was like, you know, it is not necessary. It was like information about this is dangerous, many reasons. CO2 in the water, the change from the gas to the acid. The CO2 is carbon acid in the water. So he was thought, Mr. Amano, and also like Eureka of Archimedes. It was he sitting on the table and put the wow, even I can record the movie. I don't know, this is accidentally Richie or not, what I show you right now. He put, Mr. Amano, he take the Perrier. Why Perrier? Because Perrier is CO2 mineral water.
Yeah. And
he filled to the aquarium the first bottle, because it was like a magic moment, you know, like he thought, okay, maybe I can use ordinary CO2 from the liquid, because it is safe if you drink it, probably should be the safe.
Oh.
So he take to the hand bottle of Perrier Italian mineral water, and he feel it, you know, and one moment he saw, after a few minutes, he saw photosynthetic reaction. It was oxygen from the bubble, like a bubble, hundreds of bubbles from, because it was like one bottle is like 11 grams of the CO2. So this is a lot. So this is, if you fill full bottle to the small tank, you see photosynthetic. If you want to show to someone, you can fill immediately one bottle of the mineral water, and you can see the result immediately. A few minutes. So, and this is this way Mr. Amano discovered the CO2 dosing. Like, okay, he's still looking for the solution, which way he can use the CO2, but he knew, yes, the same CO2 what they use to the beer, what they use to the per year, he can use to the aquarium, because this is, you drink it, so this is safe for you. So, and he discovered after the diffusers. This is proof. This is Nature Aquarium World history. In this book is history about CO2. But Richie, I don't know, accidentally Perrier bottle is also here, but it's under, you know. So yeah, so many myths was before Mr. Amano, like using the UV lamps, using the magnetic pipes, so water can go across the magnets. The biologists, they recognize when fishes are spreading very much is after storm, after rain in the nature, because water is really good quality from the clothes. This is the first reason. Oxygen, because the raining is like that makes the oxygen. And most important reason is sometimes is when it's storm, the clothes is cross the electric field, and this is magnetization of the water. So if you use the magnets, on the pipes, you can also see the result in the aquarium. So UV lamps, shrimp, like a algae eater, Caridina japonica, of course, substrate, CO2. Everything is from Mr. Amano.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's just
many more, but was some of them was really epic in history of aquascaping.
Yeah.
In aquarium also.
Amano must have suffered with algae. Everyone does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
Richie, thank you so much for this. Can I invite you for the next stream for maybe some next part of this story about Mr. Amano, because I feel that it's not enough for but we can share some history about the seminar in Niigata.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and maybe some another experiences. So that, but
yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm hoping you're gonna teach me some of your tricks.
No, Richie, maybe next time I will take you to the basement, to my my magic hardscape dojo.
The laboratory.
Yeah, but there's some problem because there is no Wi-Fi. So let me try to make something because this is the basement. And there is very low quality of internet access, so we have to go one day to the basement, maybe together.
Yes.
Okay, so
should we wrap it up for tonight?
Now it's 12 here. 1 hour plus 1 hour.
Late
Also
for you then.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll still say good night for now, and
thank you so much for audience, for guys also because last time we couldn't to say goodbye to them.
Yes, we got cut off, didn't we?
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, for Balbi. Espero más historias, Adam. Yeah. Balbi, Primera División, amiga. Amiga is friend, girlfriend in Spanish. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. So, Richie, special to you.
And you.
The next time you will show me again your tongue, because now it's sleeping everything.
Yeah, all my fish have gone to bed now. Yeah,
today I took some really unique fishes from Holland, together with Aquaflora plants. I received a box with beautiful plants, Aquaflora, and also very seldom kind of fish. I will send you later the picture, because I can do it right now. I will send you
yeah, look forward to it. I want to say thanks to all the guys.
Some African kind of fish, some of Congo type, Congo fish. I just English
Congo
the name.
Congo tetra?
Yeah. But it's another very seldom type of this. So I will show you the picture.
I look forward to seeing those.
Yeah. This will be for the aquarium ELPC tank 2020. So I prepare it. Also, I can't show you. I can't show you for public. But
That's
maybe
fine.
I will send you the private.
It'll stay with me. Don't worry.
Yeah. Balbi is hard, corazon, very much red color corazon. Corazon is hard in English. So Balbi, he has the very red heart. What do you think, Richie?
I've only met Balbi the once, and well, I won't forget it. Put it that way.
You can speak because wife is very close right now, in the same room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Confidential right now. Oh yeah. Okay. Next stream is cancelled. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Next stream. Adam and Richie, no, not possible. Yeah, in the future.
Great talking to you. I'm gonna say goodnight now.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. See you too, and keep the touch.
Stay in touch.
God with you and with Queen.
Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe. And pray for Queen. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.